Good morning, Roy.
Good morning.
Wonderful
Happy
Monday morning we've got earnings week here. We got just
crazy
earnings and
week.
data week. We got a lot of data this week.
Yeah, it's a heavy week. It's jobs week, if you can believe it. I can't. It's jobs week, big tech week, Halloween. What else can we throw in there? Ole Miss
So
play
see what
anybody of
we can
relevance?
We play at Arkansas Saturday at 11 a.m.
Okay, there you go. Pig Suey. Another early game for you guys. Lovely.
Yeah, we don't say that around here. Today, we're looking at the calendar today. You got the 2-year note, and then you got the 5-year note. 5-year note's one to actually pay attention to. That one should move the market a little. You could see some short covering. You could see some profit takers during that time because we do have Jolts on. Jolts comes out on Tuesday morning. Wholesale inventories come out too, so we got to watch that. And then the big boy comes out, the 52-week and the 7-year comes out on Tuesday. Big time events there. Let's go into Wednesday. Let's get down to some. We got GDP coming out Wednesday. Big mover. You got, for your crude traders, you got the crude oil inventories, gasoline inventories, and distillate inventories. I watched, for the first time ever, can't believe it's the first time I watched it, but I watched Deepwater Horizon last night. I'm ready for the oil play if we want to play it. Phenomenal.
I don't know if you've seen oil right now. I just looked at Oxy and it got pummeled.
Got Thursday, we got PCE coming out. Let's see what else. Unemployment costs, jobless claims. I mean, huge day on Thursday. And then going to the first on Friday, we got the U.S. unemployment rate, non-farm payroll. So a lot going on this week, and that's not counting. I didn't even go over the earnings that we have. I'll let Roy cover the earnings here shortly. But you can see this morning we're kind of just chopping around. Been chopping around since open. We gapped up. Typically, we see a gap fill, but we have not seen them even get close to really attempt a gap fill. You can see this one zone here came back down. It tested this zone. This is from, I guess we drew it last week or the week before. So it's still holding strong, came down, pop, bounced right off of it. So I did play a little VWAP break this morning, 179 on the combine. Could have made more. I got out when it came back. I was trailing it pretty tight, so didn't want to take any chances pre-market. So we just went on security a little bit. So we read it right. We knew we read it right. You had a beautiful candle by candle here, but I waited for the VWAP break before I took it and then ran it up, and I got out probably right around there. So not a horrible trade, not a great trade, but just a very solid trade.
Good one to start the week on.
Yeah. It's always good to start the
a
day with a trade.
Yeah, well, it kind of had a mixture of strategies, and I think that's going to be kind of our theme this week. Is you had the zone test, you had the VWAP break, you had a candle by candle potential, you had a VWAP retest. I mean, you had all sorts of fun stuff in that one. So
yeah,
I'm gonna switch.
we kind of went straight to candle by candle, and I think we missed a lot of plays. We missed some days where we could actually have some better gains. So we're just going to do our normal stuff this week, where we're not just doing candle by candle, but we're going to use a few different strategies to get a good solid play in, and see if we can have a good solid one. You can see we're $2,735 away from passing this combine. We've got all of them above 3,000. We're going to actually, at this point, we're going to swap over. Instead of copy trading, I'm going to swap to play them one by one just to get them across the finish line, and hopefully we can have all three across by the weekend. So that's our goal.
Fantastic.
If we can hit them today, we hit them today. But if not, we've still got the rest of the week. So we're not going to panic. We're not going to force trades. We're going to do what we got to do. And I think my goal this week is going to be just to play strictly during the stream once the stream's over, unless I'm in a trade. But I need to do a better job of just not getting on. We did pretty good Friday, and it was probably a little later Friday when we actually. What time was it? Roy? About 9:30 when we actually got some good trades on Friday where we made some good money. So
yeah, and it was very lax, easy going, right? It just obviously me and you just chatting, but it came a little bit later in the morning than we normally would take a trade, and it worked out great. And we had a beautiful weekend heading into it. I mean, it just no point of forcing trades at the open, and even on this stream, if it's not there, then we don't need to take it.
Yeah, if it's not there, it's just not there, and we gotta get used to that. Let's see, we got.
So I'm going to go over some earnings if you don't mind, so we can go through that pre-market. It is packed. Let me see if I can move us temporarily. Yeah, so today after the close, you got Ford. Tomorrow pre-market, you've got a lot of fun retail names, right? SoFi, PayPal, McDonald's, who's been all in the news lately, so it'll be an interesting one. Pfizer, JetBlue. I used to play Crocs back in the day; they're fun. And after the close, gotta support the good fashion out there. After the close, you got AMD, Google, Snap. See, I see Google has now made sure that Snap and them report either the same or before Snap. They got tired of that.
That was the market mover.
That was an amazing moment. If you ever followed that in the past, this small little Snap company would report earnings and completely kill Google. by Google would fall by more than what Snap was worth on Snap's earnings. It was incredible. Anyway, Chipotle. So kind of see if their pricing power is still in effect and how much they're flexing that. Visa, of course, looking at the consumer, and seeing how retail's doing. Then you get on Wednesday, and you got big healthcare. Eli Lilly. You've got industrial, I guess, Caterpillar. You've got another healthcare, Humana, Biogen. So you got some big stuff pre-market, and then heading into the close, you've got Microsoft, Meta, Coinbase, Robinhood, Etsy, Roku, Riot. I mean, you've got a lot of retail fun there. Starbucks is even down there. Carvana.
That's the one. I made a lot of money off Carvana.
Carvana's fun. Thursday before open, got Uber, Peloton, Merck, another big healthcare. MasterCard, another view on the kind of see if Visa is an outlier, if it's bad or good. The MasterCard can kind of confirm that. And after the close, you got Amazon, Apple, Intel, Team, Atlassian, who's big in the project management sector. And then on Friday, you've got oil. So it is just jam-packed, and that is just earnings. And as Monty went over earlier, it's jobs week. So you've got all the jobs data coming out. So if you are swinging anything overnight, just be careful. I'll say that. I've kind of cleared the deck a bit on my swing account, so I'm going to be closing pretty much everything out. I'm just holding McDonald's and Coin right now, but I'll have all of those out. I'll have McDonald's done by today, and I'll have Coin before their earnings. I don't hold through earnings, so it is
a couple points there. I don't know if anybody paid attention, but NVIDIA took over Apple as the largest company in the world.
Yeah,
on Friday, which to no surprise they got there. Looking at Thursday, Peloton. Remember back in the day, Peloton was the play, man.
That was awesome.
Peloton. It was all the time. That was an options dream and nightmare all the same time.
That was a times I wish we could go back to, right? What you know now in 2020, 2021.
I wouldn't make near the money then. If I would go back, a lot of plays I wouldn't have taken. I know that.
But
we lost some, man. Some big ones we won on. Norwegian, I remember the crew coming out of COVID. Oh, are they going to They're gonna let them start going back to operations? What's the deal?
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to get it early on them. Oh,
Oh, I loved it. I loved the volatility, and that was kind of my first experience with options was back then, like most people, who were kind of starting. I was just doing commons. I was in the spicing of the pool with biotechs and commons, and then I discovered options, and my life has been uh, different. We'll just put it that way. Um, Going through Mag 7, we've got some rundown. You see Apple is going to be slightly green on the day. They got upset with Nvidia taking their spot, so I think they're going to try and reclaim it.
one thing
Um,
about Apple Watch too, if you want to go back to it real fast, they were was it Thursday, I think it was, when
yeah, they
they
report Thursday. Yeah,
and, remember they had some negative data come out about their iPhones and
yep.
the sales and what they're getting on it. So we could be looking at, I don't know if we're looking at a miss, but we could be looking at some lower than expected on something that revenue somewhere that could actually, we've seen it beat on earnings per share, but revenue's off or guide off, and then the whole market's gone. So just like Roy said, be careful. A lot of landmines out there.
A lot of landmines, and if you do play any earnings plays, I mean, the risk reward is always spicier. It's just it can
My
it can
advice:
you can
if you if it comes down where you want to play that, don't do it.
don't do it. Yeah,
It's
it's
not,
it's a it's a rule that I've stuck with that I break um, rarely now, but I just don't mess with earnings. So with that point that Monty said, you've gotten some negative data, so you could have a flip where um, something like Tesla, right, where they expect it to be bad. No, it didn't come in as bad as expected, kind of deal,
yep.
and you could have a ripper up. So you just because Apple has some room. I'm going to go to the daily chart on Apple. It's all time high. It's still about $5. I mean, it was $5 away. Now it's about $4 away. Excuse me. So we'll see. You're kind of getting at the top there. If you got to
Yep.
break out to new highs or what. So let's go back to the hourly and go through some of these. Nvidia's up almost 1% or right at 1%. Pre-market, it gapped up. Most of these are going to gap up. Um, chasing its high that it set. Just a nonstop beast there. It is up 44% from this bottom. What was that? That guy. Wow, when did I get in this thing? Yep, right there. That's where I bought, and I sold right there, like a genius. Yeah, so it's up almost 40% since September, and that is not
I'm
a small
still
company.
holding. So if you see that, go back a little. Right up,
Yeah.
go back right there. Go to the 1st of October.
1st of October.
Yeah, that low on the first of that right there.
That one. Yeah.
Yep, that's where I added back deep on the video. So
Beautiful.
I'm holding a couple hundred shares from there. So we could do
Yeah, we were talking
some cover
call
calls.
strategy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to lose them. So I think I plan on holding these for a very long time. So
Yeah.
might scale some out, but most part I'm gonna hold.
So Nvidia up 1% overnight. Microsoft has broken 430. It's now 431. Yeah. It didn't even gap up. It just said, all right, buy it up. Big stick credit deal. 4 a.m.
Yeah,
Just
gotta love it. Right?
exactly. So it's up 1%. Google had obviously Microsoft and Google and Apple report this week. So you're gonna get some bets put in. Google's up 2% pre-market. Wow. That's impressive. Looking at Google's chart to the daily, you can see. I mean, you're right about here at this resistance. So we're going to open up right at this level. We'll see what it can do. See if it's going to go start its march back up or if it's going to get rejected. You got Microsoft, now at the top of this candle, going to open up. So does it do its march? It's kind of already broken out. Interesting times heading into earnings.
It is.
We got Amazon up 1%. It's going to be battling that 190 for a while. And again, it reports earnings this week as well. And so looking at its daily chart, it's got about, $10 or so from its highs. So will earnings be the catalyst or will we not see the highs? Meta is up 1.5% pre-market. You're seeing a theme here. Gap up, holding.
Remember what long ago Meta was getting beat up? What was all the stuff coming out with Meta and they push it down? And look at that daily if you can, real quick.
Daily, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
look at the push and look at it just grind up. I mean, look at that stupid gap down, a gap up, then a gap down. So you know what? We're not worried about no gaps. We don't.
Yeah, and even on this retrace, it just kept the new low, higher low.
Yeah.
And then here it's been parabolic. And if you look at it and you're saying, okay, well, it's you could just be bull flagging up here because you're starting to get a very slight curve here.
Look at if you look back, that's the same pattern plays out over and over and over and over again. So.
Old Meta. And then Tesla had its big week last week with its earnings, 271 pre-market. Wow.
We got to think 300 is coming, right?
You got to, and it may come in a hurry too, as you can see. It is approaching its resistance here, and there's 300. So, yeah, you look at the zones here. You probably draw a zone for this one. Yeah, I'd say 300 is probably in the cards if data this week can not cause too much panic and fear.
Yeah, one more thing to bring up real quick. Sorry not to talk over you here.
No, you're good.
This is the last full week before the election. This is not a political statement, but it is the one thing the market hates is uncertainty. And right now there's a lot of uncertainty. So you could definitely see a lot of moves happen this week to clear out some positions before next week. Just my thoughts there.
Yeah, it's anytime you have action-packed events. This is, I don't know the history here, but it's got to be historical. Giving an election next week, big tech earnings this week, jobs data this week, and a rate cut environment. That's about as much as you can ask for. I might as well just throw in a surprise Powell speech, and here we go.
The rally we've had, I would not be surprised to see some sort of sell-off.
Right.
And for a couple of the reasons you mentioned there, not just because of the uncertainty, but the rate cuts thing. It's a lot of places are banking in no cuts this next time. Paul. So that's interesting to see if we get that. That around the election could bring us down pretty hard.
Yeah.
Good. I'm not calling for a market crash, so nobody go back and say, "Oh, Monty said this." No, he didn't. You would not see me do that.
There's always going to be some sort of de-risking event, and so is that going to be profit taking, or is that going to be, what does that look like? And that's what we don't know, and that's why you just got to be mindful of what to expect as far as the events as they come.
Exactly.
Smaller time change. Here's your VIX. It kind of gapped down, hasn't quite gotten any mojo. So, like Monty said, if you do get some sort of pullback, you're going to look for this gap to get filled today back up to 20. But right now, we're just hanging out at the 19 area. Look at my swings. Coin gapped up. Keep going, buddy. And McDonald's gapped up. let me know that the beef problem was actually not a beef problem; it was an onion problem. So
Still a problem, and a lot of people got sick, so it really doesn't matter.
yeah, but as you can see, they're buying it up. So
Yeah,
2.99 up 2%. And,
we have
and
short
you know,
term.
I believe the optimism of the chicken Big Mac from your review a couple weeks ago has played into this as well.
Well, you know what, McDonald's, if you would like to be a sponsor, Roy will close out his position so we can be a
Yeah,
sponsor.
yeah, we will. That is happening today. I don't hold through earnings. Um, Solana had a very strong move up and is just kind of holding it. Similar with Bitcoin, strong move up and just kind of holding it. So as Bitcoin approaches the 69,000 spot, so everybody likes a screenshot of 69,420. Could be in the cards later today. Let's see. TNX got a gap up on 10-year, and now we've come back to fill the gap. So something to keep an eye on. Dixie, whoa.
She's been on a ride down.
Yeah, that's 5-minute charts. Let's go a little bit bigger time frame. Whoa. Well, double top action here on the Dixie. So we'll see if it can hold this zone. I would imagine it gets to about right about where it's at. You got a little zone here. Let's see if it can pop up. Again, so we kind of run through this. This is Oxy, got a gap down. And oil.
Yeah, I think it's coming from your Middle East news too, with the Israel bombing Iran and talks of Israel taking out Iran's oil field. So that could be not such a good play for oil.
Yeah, we got about less than 10 minutes before they open. I always skip over NQ. I don't mean to, but I got some line there. I don't know what that is, but it's a line.
Seems to be a pretty good line.
Yeah, it does. Okay. All right. We'll keep an eye on that line. Yeah, so the Mag 7 is completely green as we just ran through all that. Obviously the market's way up this morning. Not way up, but 0.5%. VIX is down. You got a lot of line lines. We'll see what the de-risking means. De-risking can also mean short covering. De-risking doesn't always have to mean profit taking. So we're all just trying to figure it out. And again, our strategy on this stream while we're on is we're not in trades for very long. We're not swinging anything, so we're just going to see what the chart gives us. Going back to Monty's, I see you drawing an upward parallel channel.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's pretty strong. You can see it's multiple tests of it. So that's at some highs. You can see we go all the way up. Let's go to the 15-minute. And then you can see we got our all-time high up here that I need to draw a zone on while we're here. So we got that. So you can see we got definitely defined levels up. This one came up, tested, came back, crashed down, gapped up, everything to get back above it. So we'll watch out. One thing I do want to say is we are at 387 subscribers now, getting close to the 400, but we're on the push to 500. So help us get to 500. Share, like, turn notifications on, comment. Everything helps. The more we can get, the better it is. So I appreciate you guys so far. Let's get this bad boy up where we want it at and go with it.
Yeah,
thank you.
I mean the content we're providing, especially my college picks as a fade, has got to be worth at least 100 subscribers.
See, I wasn't going straight into you being horrible at college picks, but since you said
it, there's a saying, and I'm a believer now in Oregon because good teams win, but great teams cover. And Oregon handled business, much to my chagrin against Illinois.
Yeah, kind of looking back, that was probably not the best pick in the world.
Should have stuck with the Mormons, man. Should have stuck with my Mormons.
I was thinking that, hey, we might get a cover here. Illinois is a decent football team, but you know what? They're really not that decent. They're good.
They're not that
They're okay.
decent.
They're fine. You take somebody that's okay, fine, against a really quality team, you're screwed.
Yeah. On the road, West Coast. Didn't have hindsight. I got my NFL pick going tonight, so we'll see if I can go.
Yeah, you're gonna lose it too. It's okay though.
That's all right. I got Jameis. I got a touchdown prop with Jameis yesterday that I'm happy with.
Well, you know what? I mean, you got that's about the only Florida State thing you can lean on is Jameis right now. So,
hey, we're a record-setting season. I told you that privately. We're just tanking for that top pick, man.
We're talking about Florida State here. You know what? It is what it is. It is what it is.
Okay. Good morning. Wait for the zone. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Happy Monday. Got about 3 minutes to open. I am in no hurry this morning.
I took a little play this morning. I said it on this break. We had a candle by candle, so I took the trade, got out early. So we are in no rush to get back into something. We're just here hanging out, having a day. Today's a great day to have a day.
Yep.
Yeah, we got 2.5 minutes still open, so interesting to see. Like I said, we had this gap up overnight. Do they continue to push this bad boy up back to highs, all-time highs? I mean, 5,900 is going to be probably a bear to break, but if we do get that break, I mean, we could very easily see the 59.30 range. So watch out. Let's see what we got below. Like I said, we still got this gap. And this is definitely something to keep an eye on. Let's just go on. Let's mark this gap here. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I was trying to hit over here. Hit too far over. I can't tell exactly where it is. Over there's EMAs. I think that's it. That is not. There it is. There's your gap. So 58.57 to 58.42. 15-point gap. That is that's a big boy gap.
That's a boy, yeah. I mean, that's not one to ignore.
The 21 held so far, so we'll see what happens at open. If it bounces, I would not be surprised to get a bounce up into this range at open, then come back and then get a direction for the day. Cashy Apps Capital, good morning to you, sir. Fine, sir.
Good morning. We got about a minute to open, so Monty, you want to close your ears? We got the 5-day moving average at 58.61 and the 20-day moving average at 58.40. So you could see yourself grinding in between those two lines.
I've already hit take profit in the other firm. I took that 21 hold and trying to get 500 or so a day. Just got 500 on it. Actually got 528.20. Calling it a day on those.
Nice job.
Those I play strictly to a level. I don't trail. I put a take profit and I put a stop loss, and one of the two hit. Then I got to go remember to take out stop loss. And thank goodness I took that early, because look at this comeback. Woo. Might do the opposite. I was thinking we might get this high, but didn't quite get there. If you look left, right? We always look back left. Get this huge zone right here that it's kind of got into, and that rejected from there. So not a bit surprised. Now we got to break this VWAP if we want to think to the downside. they could go to fill this gap. They got ways to go to get there, but they definitely could work on it. Oh, excuse me. Wow, what an ugly candle to start.
Very nasty.
I'm so glad my take profit hit when it did over there.
I went to go sell some coin. So, all out of coin. I don't mess with earnings. We are out. Nice. Sell. Wow. Look at this thing go down.
Yeah.
Nice.
Roy, is this your candle by candle? It'd be perfect to close and come up and test VWAP and reject. That would be a great candle by candle opportunity.
Yeah, and it's also going to give us a good orb, 5-minute orb.
Yes, sir. Sorry, guys. I was having issues on my MacBook this morning, so I'm going to. You're going to see Bookmap pop up here in a minute because I'm actually going to log it back in. I've got everything back up and running, and so much for our candle by candle theory on this candle so far.
Yeah, we have to go back to orbs. Orbs.
All right. There you can see negative 800. It's not really a lot going on with Bookmap still today. You can see a lot of downside stuff. So as far as that, that's about it. Man, they're going to push this thing up and make you take it along, aren't they?
Dip buyers showed up right at the open, right?
Yep. Well, that would be a hell of a damn stop loss right there if you got stopped out at open, wouldn't it? That would be one that hurts.
Yeah. And that would set you up for just mentally. That at that point, you just take a quick break, give it 10 minutes or so. Don't try and make up because as you can see, we're off to a roaring start this week. So just you had a gap up, you had that candle to start at the open. Let's take your time.
Yep, take your time. I'm actually thinking about taking long here on this one just to see if we can scalp a little off of it with this. Everything we had here off of it. See if we can get. I could get to 1,000 if it keeps this momentum up. We'll see. We're going to risk a little.
Yeah, I mean, it popped up above those EMAs. Now it's going to battle them a little bit. We'll see.
Yeah. Probably should have waited over the test, but go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm going to flip over to Tide and see what it's showing us. Again, early, but you got call volume rising, even though call premium's dropping. Could be catching up here. This is way early, so don't put too much emphasis on this. We're just trying to see a general start. SPY holdings, you've got put volume spike down, and now it's starting to see if it wants to push.
Yeah, I mean, me tell you, taking along here was a little bit of a gamble because they're wanting to push it down. You did have buyers step in, but do we have stop loss rates going back up now that it could be anything at this point? So hopefully we get some short covering here soon. That would be phenomenal on this little trade.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue against a long here, just as long as it can hold that VWAP area. We'll see.
Yeah, it might take us out here, but so we're trading one. It's not that big a deal. VWAP, so VWAP might have been the play there.
Yep, right here. Candle's only 30 seconds old, but good start. Let's take a look at Mag 7 a bit, see where we got. We got Apple, little red candle coming back. Ooh, Nvidia got sold off at the open. We'll see if they can push up. Sold
Yeah.
off, quote unquote, $1.
That was Apple. Apple was selling it. They had shares. They're trying to take back
Microsoft doing Microsoft things. Just starting high, headed low. Same with Google. So you guys got the push. You're getting pushed down here from Mag 7. Man, Meta, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Nvidia, all getting sold off. Or not sold off, but seeing some selling to start. But we shall see as I flip around. Quite. Oh, look at this beast. Coin, man. That was my darling.
You already got
I'm
out of
out.
your position.
Yeah. I put a limit and it hit. There was a $4 spread. So,
all you option traders out there, always sell into the move.
Yeah.
That's your goal. You want to always be selling into the move.
We've got the SPX is at 58.38. So, looking for psych levels on SPX, you could get a you had your gap up. It's going to be more pronounced than SPX, obviously, because they don't do extended hours. And so since that, the VWAP is going to be close to where it's at now. But
it's got a nice little push down. Nice little push down here.
It's lingering at VWAP, but it's not. Yeah. I think we're going to flip over to Tide to see what it does. You got puts, slight curl up. You got call premium tick down.
Yeah.
Pretty sharp move down. Same on holdings, but your call volume slowing down here. So your dip buyers are getting a bit exhausted. I think they're getting sold into, to be honest.
I think you're right. I think they're going to take us out here and then we'll. But guess what? We can play another play. We're not dead at that point. That's the main thing. There it is, out of it. So took an L on that one. We'll wait before we do anything else.
Mickey D's.
It was a good risk to take there.
I think so. I mean, that's why you do your stops. You didn't go full throttle. Just had one, right?
No, I have 3. I always play 3 on combines. I never play 1 on combines. Yeah. If you see me playing 1 on a combine, I need like $8 or something to pass.
And those seem like the most stressful for me. Right at the end, you're just like, I just need $8. Just do it.
Yep. The most stressful thing for me that day was when we passed my take profit and I was over, so I had to lose money to actually. And then, every time I kept taking a trade, I would take it and going with the trend, and the sun gun would reverse as soon as I took it. And I kept making more money. I was like $900 over. The next thing you know, I'm like $2,700 over, and I'm like, I can't stop it.
That's awesome. That's Dirty Harry is a good question. Yeah.
We're playing all the above, Dirty Harry. All the above.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, this week is filled with landmines, after hours, before hours, and data. It's jobs week, which is, I think, Monty and I have come to the conclusion it is the most important economic data.
Absolutely.
Right now. So outside, of course, individual company earnings will always take precedent over that. But Yeah, as far as an economic data standpoint, the jobs data that you'll get Friday is the big report, but you'll get kind of mini reports throughout the week. JOLTS tomorrow, ADP employment.
Anything that says jobs is going to be important right now.
Yeah, I mean, I just remembered you have jobs data now Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yep.
So
that earnings and everything else going on, this should be a very interesting week. Give us plenty of opportunities to do what we got to do. So,
an election next week, as you mentioned earlier.
Yep, that is a big one. Uncertainty. The market does not like uncertainty. Is why I think we talked about the gap fill, didn't we? They seem to want to try to put you down to fill that. Got a ways to go to get there. Here's our gap at 58, 57 to 58, 42 area. So that's what we're watching. We got a ways to go before we can get there. But
slight bend down in VWAP here as well. You got your EMAs now pointing down.
Yeah, they're pointing straight down. This little see, you made right here. You thought you made a lower low, then you come back and you actually made a higher low and crash right back through it. So where we're at right now is trying to break this higher low. That's why I think we're getting a little resistance at that level. Always look left, folks. Always look left. That's you don't understand why the market's doing what it's doing. Look left and you'll see zones and levels that we don't have this marked out, but you can definitely see that's definitely a strong area right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty much test. Broke down, came right back above it. Testing again now. So definitely an area to keep.
Go ahead. Sorry. Nvidia has gone red. It's now down 0.3%.
Well, some ugly candles too, I see.
Yeah. Apple is continuing to hold its gains. It's kind of chopping around it, but it's up 0.8%. Microsoft, ugly candles. Basically, Microsoft and Nvidia are kind of reflecting ES's chart.
Hey, let's look at Tide and see our sectors.
Yes, sir. Good point.
Let's move us to the side real quick while we can see.
So you've got calls rising, so your sectors. Whoa.
Energy is wow. That is very strange. I was not expecting that.
I was not either. Granted, we did get the gap up, and we are a ways away from the gap up, so it is getting a head start. But
right,
you are seeing. I mean, look at the bottom one is tech 0.4%.
Yeah,
so
energy is the one. Is the one with the, like I said, with the news out of the Middle East over the weekend. That's why energy's taking this beating.
Yeah, and look at consumer discretionary.
Wow.
Very interesting. As we
that real estate kind of interesting there. Dirty Harry, care to comment on the real estate part? Why it's up so much?
That'd be great because I am weak at that. That's a cool feature. Seeing the top holdings.
That is cool.
Yeah, look at that guy.
We find something new every day, don't
we? Yeah, it's consumer discretionary. It's gonna be Tesla, isn't it? Amazon.
Yeah.
Tesla. McDonald's.
Looks so weird having Amazon, Tesla, Home Depot, McDonald's all in the same. That makes sense, doesn't
it? Oh, did I break something? I think I broke something. Oh, we're getting there. Yeah, let's refresh. So, tech, what we got? Salesforce up 1%.
Yeah.
Struggling a bit with that. Let's refresh so we can get our stuff back. Let's take a look at SPY holdings. Wow, just puts dominating on the holding side. I think you're seeing the market. Yeah.
Yeah, the
See your
market's
crack
going.
here. Could see your crack here. I kind of want to take a short.
Yeah, I'm kind of going with you, but we'll take it in. We'll take a couple MES in the personal account short. How about that? Looking for that. Oh man, that'll be a good move down to the 58.35.
And even if you get a green candle here, maybe even up to VWAP, it could set up a counter candle by candle if a red candle can engulf that one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Dirty Hair says does not make sense in real estate. Don't know what would be driving that 10-year still up. Yeah, good question.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I was just moving us down.
No, you're fine. You're good. I thought it just so happened to do it when I cut that off. So I was like, I do that and not mean it and not realize I did that.
Yeah, puts falling, got calls slightly rising, call volumes in control. I got again puts kind of dropping here on the holdings, but you're not seeing a blast up here. Video went back green.
Give me a VWAP test and we'll take it short. CBD is negative 2,700. It's chugging its way slowly down.
VIX is doing what VIX does and confuses us. Not really doing much.
All right.
I think my orb thing went away. Where'd that go?
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
That is one thing about I love TradingView, but kind of comes and goes sometimes.
I get you.
Somebody could have updated. They could have updated it, and anything could have happened overnight. So, just so you know, oh man, I just missed that thing. We're gonna get in late here. Let's see if we can get out of that gap. There. See if we can get down to that. Start that gap fill. If we do, we'll move this. Actually, we would move it all the way down, but then that would actually put us over our limit. So let's just I'm gonna give us a tank. I'm looking for now. Just tank it. Just drop the bottom out of this bad boy.
Yeah, I take a short. Just one. I was gonna add and see if we can retest the orb low. If we did break it, that's a candle though.
It is a candle. Very well could be setting up a nice candle by candle if it works out here. If it stays green.
Yeah, it's one thing. These candles, they tell a story.
They do. This might not always be the story you want to see, but they do tell the story. But I am in a short here.
It's up over to you.
Not breaking down like I hoped it would, but I said I got in a little late here. I chased a tad bit. Chased a tad bit here.
Like to see the red candle here. That would be aces. Yeah,
we need to get that engulfing though. We've still got, I mean, it's 4.5 minutes left in this candle, so anything could happen. But give us that big engulfing and then pop up a little and give us the rest of the move down. That would be perfect. But, we normally don't get what we want.
Of course not. Oh, oi.
Oh, I get a little move here. Still a lot of time on this candle. You can see the wicks it's been creating right here, the same spot we wicked up last time. So you're looking for the break this time if you can get it. Looking for the break.
Testing 5870. Nvidia back red.
If it can work its way back down, I'm telling you, if it can work its way back down to this gap, we should get a gap fill. Now, it might take all morning to get that actual gap fill, but if we can work into that gap, I feel like we'll get the fill. Now, it's not guaranteed, so CBD is not running away like I thought it would. It's only negative 2,500. I mean, it's just kind of chilling out.
Yeah, VIX has a small pop, so that is good news for the short, but nothing crazy.
We've seen this play out before, where it does this for a minute and then we go crazy popping up, or sits here and holds and plays around, and we get a huge tank and CBD just rushes to negative 8,000 in 2 seconds. So we need to get in that gap fill, my opinion, though, where we need to get.
You've got still halfway through this candle, so you still got time. So I sold McDonald's for a profit for today, but a small loss overall. So I am clear of all swings. I can keep my rule intact. No earnings.
Good job.
No earnings. Thank you.
Good job.
I can tell you, Friday was not looking good on that McDonald's position.
I'm sure, I bet.
It was getting crushed.
But, who needs a stop loss, right? Let her run.
Exactly.
Notice I said that with sarcasm, though. Sarcasm. Always get a stop loss, folks. Always have a stop loss. Do not follow Roy. This is not no stops capital here. Even though they want to turn it into. No stops capital can be fun, but it can also be very, very nerve-wracking.
It's coming to a financial district near you. Could you imagine meeting with your clients? Yeah, here at No Stops, we don't have stops.
Yeah.
Why don't you have stops?
So what's your
we're not wrong?
Find a direction and go. All right. So what's your risk management? We have zero risk management.
Why would I enter a position that I think would go down?
Absolutely. If I'm wrong, I mean, you just lost all your money. If I'm right, you made a lot of money. Risk reward.
Yeah.
Rich, poor. That's our two. That's it.
I took a short there on that little pop up on an XFA, and it filled me very fast. So plus 75 on that right now. Oh, just hit.
Yeah.
Filled me.
I'm not loving this right now, this moment. These wicks in this area over here is just kind of bugging me.
Yeah, my zone is a little higher than yours, and it actually just wicked right in there. And the low of that little cluster there was the bottom of my zone, oddly enough. So I think we had mentioned this zone the last stream, how it was kind of a little bit bigger range.
Yeah.
Apple's coming down. It's now only up 0.5%. Microsoft's about flat. It's about to go red. Nvidia's still red. Tesla's red. Meta's about to go red. You got some weakness now showing up in the mags. The big boys. I'm gonna pull up this chart, VIX. You can see it's kind of curling up. So you could get some moves. I mean, this big candle here, it's about a 0.5% move up. So see if it wants to march its way up to 20. But you're getting a little pop here.
Yeah, you're getting a pop. I think this is we might test back. I think this is where we could actually get our move. Come back and test and get a nice rejection back down. Now, if it breaks, then that thesis is gone, and we need to look for something else. But as long as you got your EMAs breaking VWAP, which is a bearish sign, right? And then we're wicking. I mean, look, we're making wicks on the higher side. About every candle, every green candle's got a wick. So I think this is a matter of time before we get a decent move down. But question is, where's your stop before then?
Flipping the tide, starting to get a little bit more noticeable on the put side. Yeah, call's still rising though. So.
Didn't even mention we had a perfect candle by candle there set up, and it's playing out now too. So, yeah,
I would have added. Oh well.
You had a candle by candle at the EMA cluster, so there was your couple points of confirmation.
I think your market tide on SPY Holdings is your play today. I think you want to take a look at that because even as Mag 7 has gone up, you're seeing puts still holding higher and calls falling with put volume in charge. So this looks like just de-risking, in my opinion. I mean, you're just getting not a lot of people making a lot of long-term bets on the call side. Maybe adding insurance on the put side as we're way up here.
Yeah, I would love to see. I would love to see where we finish on volume and open interest today. That'd be interesting on this.
Yeah. So we just wait, we watch. You're battling this 8 ribbon here. This is the 5-minute chart. You've had a MACD cross down. You could have a MACD cross up if this can hold this range. But this could just be flagging down. All possibilities.
If you look, we're $25 up. So ES is $26 up. So 0.45%. We got room to do some stuff if they want to.
I think you're seeing a little bit of recovery on Apple. Big green candle. Got a MACD potential cross down though on Apple. We'll see if that can play out. NVIDIA got a big green candle. Basically flat on the day now. Microsoft.
Every time you say big green candle, I think of that song, Big Green Tractor. Take it for a ride on the big green. That's you, Roy. That's you.
That's me, in my a pickup truck.
You're a farming Delta boy at heart. I know that.
Always.
Ooh, what was that little pop back down right there?
The Amazon.
Had a couple drop real quick.
Yeah. Yep. Them wicks, man. That's Monday wicks.
So we're gonna rename the stream to Monday Wicks.
Monday wicks.
Well, I mean, it is what it is, right? We're in a trend down now. Overall, the trend, I guess you could say the trend is pretty much broken up. I mean, we need to make a lower low here, and then we can start. We got the trend going back down, but we got the early signs of a downtrend right here coming. So I just did all that with my mouse, and nobody saw it.
My bad.
That's all good. We might as well go back now. I'm done with it.
We gotta you gotta control it. You gotta go over there.
You can see where I was drawing. Areas, but what was you going to look at?
No, I was actually doing the same thing you were doing. I was trying to catch up with your analysis.
Okay.
But But yeah, I mean, we're really in just kind of a chop zone. If you're kind of
Honestly, yeah, if you're not, I mean, I don't think you can go long here. I'm not sure shorts actually play either, but I think the shorts is the better play here, but doesn't mean it's going to work out.
You're right on top of the orb.
Last 20 minutes, we've been in this little 6-point range here.
Yeah, you're battling the orb low right now.
Yeah.
So you're not making new highs. You're just kind of slowly grinding down. But your mag 7 is kind of recovering a little. I'm going to flip back over and you'll see Nvidia's back green. So all 7 are now green. Tesla's recovered. So that could be look at that Tesla candle.
Let's go back and look at Tide with the sectors again real quick and see if what they're showing.
Yep. Oh, yeah, spiking calls here on the premium.
Ooh, sure did. I'm gonna move back to the side for a second.
So your sectors are still going to be. You see tech. You see tech riding higher now, though. It was the lowest.
I love it when I ask you to do something, then tech just dropped. Look at tech drop. Oh, tech's dropping. Right. Tech's dropping.
Yeah.
Or industrials are going up. 1 or 2.
I think tech dropped because it was at 0.44 and now it's 0.36. And I don't know how often that updates. I don't know if it looks like it's instant, but
Nvidia. So on the chart over here, I've got order blocks on, and Nvidia came right down to an order block and bounced right back up. So it actually makes a little sense, but it's not.
This is weird to me.
Yeah, it is just.
You're just chopping. You're just chopping, man. Yeah. You're just chopping. I mean, because your VIX isn't following any sort of pattern. I mean, to me, you can't go long. If I was in a position, I would be short, which I am in a position, actually. I forgot about my combo.
If I were to get in a position, which I am in a position, I'll be short. I am short. Now, look, I'm short. I'm short in this. I'm short in the personal account. I've only got 2 MES short right at the old VWAP up there. So we're decent on those, decent profit on those so far. Hoping to get a move down. I want to see it come down into this daggone.
Let me get over to you.
Yeah, but I still believe if we can work our way down to that gap, we fill that gap. Now, it might take all day to get in that gap. But
the more we hang out here, this is just Roy theory, so take that for what it's worth. Move this back down. I would say the least confident people are going to be holding. They're going to say, all right, we haven't seen the pop, or we haven't seen it. Let me lock in.
See, I was ready to argue with you, and we think the same here.
Yeah, I'd say that you're going to see. Well, yeah, here we go.
I got to hop off for a second.
All right. Right in the middle of the move. What a guy. He's so I'm short with him. We got
you got to do what you got
to do. Nah, he's all good. He had let me know he may have to pop off. So we got that move down about 58.66. Let me flip over here. And again, we're coming back, retesting the orb low. So you could see this reject even a little bit higher at the ribbon here and come back down. But that's a good sign that the buyer stepped in on that dip.
He tricked me, and then now he tricks me again by actually coming down this time. So
we're coming down again, retesting that 58.70. Taking a look at Mag 7.
He's not
Nvidia is Nvidia is popping up. Actually, it's just battling. It's just battling its EMAs. I think we're about to get our move down, Mister Monty.
We very well could. I want to see
That's a
CBD's
candle
finally
by candle.
gone. Negative 3,200. Yeah, this is another good candle by candle, but with 4 minutes left, boy. We got 4 minutes in this candle.
You know me. You know me. 30 seconds in, I'm ready.
Yes. We
I
need
could never
VIX to
be a
work.
fighter pilot.
We need VIX to work back up to 20. That's what we need.
You got that pop on tide, and then you got a little pop down. So if calls can get back below the zero premium line, I think you may get our move. But as much as I want it to happen, it's just not happening. Keeps these wicks make me nervous. These wicks make me nervous.
Yeah, it's not getting a move down, but I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to jinx it here. I'm not like Roy.
Oh, I jinx the hell out of it.
Pretty much every team you mentioned almost going, you taking college pick on, you lost. Like, I think lost.
Yeah.
You didn't take Navy because you didn't want to jinx them, but you jinxed them by not taking Navy.
True. They got wall. I mean, they had what, 6 turnovers? That just come on.
Yeah, that was
better than that. Come on.
My dream scenario with 3 straight weeks of Army Navy is gone.
Gone.
I wanted 3 straight weeks of Army Navy. But
yeah, still though,
my boys looked like doo-doo first half, and then decided to play football and smoked Oklahoma in the second half. So I think we finished the day with 10 sacks.
Nice.
Yeah. There was one time where it was like we were up 12. Game was pretty much over. They were trying to drive. It was enough time for them to drive, and if something happened, and it was 4 straight sacks. I mean, it was every boom, 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 boom. I was like, I mean, you kind of hard to argue with that.
Yeah.
Meant to be at that point. Dirty Harry, your guys came to play this week, I see. They played a hard-fought game against Arkansas.
Yeah. Did you have this on your bingo card of Texas A&M being the only conference undefeated?
No, and what drives me crazy is everybody's talking about how great Texas A&M is, and I've watched them play. They are not a good football team. I mean, they're good football, but they're not a great football team.
No.
Their schedule has just worked out perfectly for them. Dirty Harry. He's a Mississippi State fan. We suck. Yeah. It was as hard as y'all played, this is the week that just did not look good at all.
At least you're not a Florida State fan like me. 1-6 or 1-7, 1-6. I've lost
all
track.
The expectations in the world coming into the season, and where we got ranked? Y'all were top 10, right? Ranked and start season.
Yeah, we were 10th.
To being, if you look at the bottom 10 teams or bottom 25, I know they're in the bottom 25. I don't know how far down they are in the bottom 25.
Maybe it's the colors. We got the garnet.
Look at the pop here. Look at the pop here. My goodness.
Yeah. This is why you can't play that candle by candle 30 seconds into the candle, huh?
You're right, sir. Very strange.
Very strong candle.
Yeah.
See,
but it could be setting up for a hard rejection off VWAP too, though. Are you saying break VWAP? You want to break VWAP? You're in a short, aren't you?
No, I'm in a short, so let's see if it can break VWAP.
I thought you was hope like, come on, break VWAP. Like, what you doing over there, bro?
No. I'm in a short. I'm down. I only have one
reverse psychology over here.
But that's not even a candle by candle because the previous candle was green. Dun dun dun. Yep. But it did get back above the 8, which I don't love.
Yeah, battling on her to 13. They can go back down. This might be one of those days too. I mean, you can see VWAP's actually been kind of important, but it's gone back and forth over it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So
Yeah.
since just last night to this morning. So
You got a
I don't
cross on
know.
the side. Shoot.
CBD is negative 3,300 though, so make it make sense.
Did you reset it at all or any of that? It is
From open.
Okay. Oh, you're not hard.
Yeah.
You're not
CBD just went to negative 5,200. We got something happening here, and I don't know what it is. And I don't know if it's going to be sustainable or not, but we got something happening here. Order-wise, do we have any data? Like anything fixing to come out? It's 9 o'clock.
No.
Dallas
Fed.
Okay.
That's not for a while. Or about 50 minutes, sorry.
Yeah. But still, it didn't explain that pop. I mean, CBD just went from negative 2,200, negative 3,200 to negative 5,400 now. So really quick.
About the 2 ES short now on a combine. If candle closes above VWAP, then I'll cut it. But I like the approach here. Let's see.
Yeah. We just wait for the zone. Said he caught the long on a 15-minute 200 MA. Well, you got ball, sir.
I like it. Got to stick to your strategy, play with it, but I didn't like it didn't fit mine at the moment, which is okay. Getting into spaghetti land and Tide, they're kind of crossing each other on the general stuff, but call volume's way up. But on S&P, the holdings, you got put volume is trending down, if you will. So we'll see if this is a sustainable move. Having trouble at VWAP.
CBD's holding negative 5,200. Like I said, we've seen this where it can pop. Just drop 2,000 points in an instant, and it could definitely pop back up 2,000 points in an instant, but it's not. It's holding this 5,200. And even on these green candles, it's still holding 5,200. It makes me think that this is going to be short-lived, but where do we stop at before it's short-lived is the question. Like right now, 5,400 on this little pop-up. So I think this might be, I don't know, that might have been a little trap there.
I think so.
But we'll see how it plays out. Negative 5,600. CBD is building back.
Calls are rising, though, on the general market. Puts are falling.
Yeah, well, we have seen this
story on the holdings. So
can't trade either one of these one off.
No, not at all.
We've seen calls rise and everything be dropping, and people are just loading up calls because we're getting the drop too. So,
yep.
We were we're kind of up a little bit here, so it's a little strange that we are getting the calls up. So that could actually be a good sign for if you want to go long. But CBD still holding negative 5,600.
VIX is dropping a little bit. You're seeing it's not a good candle on the VIX in that last 5 minute. Coincide with, it's wanting that. So another test of VWAP.
Yeah, that's be the third one. Oh no, you said it right the first time I heard you.
Unfortunately, it is recorded now.
Yes, it is. Right now, I mean, we're getting a lot of just. Be completely honest, there's really not a play here. We're in
No.
short until it breaks VWAP. I'll keep these shorts, but it's just not. I mean, it's not really seeing. I mean, I think we go. I think short is the play here, but that could change really quickly too.
Battle in the 8 right here. It's 8 ribbon. As you can see, Tesla is basically the only one that's red on Mag 7, and even that is just flat. Oh, just went green.
I think if we get a move, we can get a quick move. Is my deal.
Yeah,
I think
I'm kind of with you. I mean, you look at this Mag 7, you would think this should be more reflective of the current move. But, I mean, we are up 0.5%, so it is just holding the gains.
I mean, if you look at ES and NQ and you put them side by side, I mean, we're almost in the identical spot in the orb, the 15-minute open orb. I mean, the candles are looking somewhat similar. I don't know. It's just, and everything just looks weird. It looks like you can put everything on top of everything and they kind of all overlap.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want to see what Apple looks like? Well, let's put Apple. It looks like this. What about NVIDIA? Looks just like this.
Yeah.
What about VIX? Looks just like this. I mean, it's just Dixie. Dixie's still kind of on this, kind of leveled out at the bottom down here. So could be a good thing. Not getting a breakdown, not getting a pop, just kind of getting oh my gosh, CBD just went to negative 6,200.
We're getting to move.
Yep.
We're getting to move.
Did y'all notice how we got the move on CBD right before we got the move on?
Yeah.
As soon as I said it's negative 6,200, we got the drop here. So
got a little curl down on calls, put steadily rising. So we'll keep an eye on that. Holdings are still having a little coming off the bottom moment. To be honest, I don't really see much in flow to be a solid indicator right now.
I'm with you. I don't see. I mean, CBD is still 6,400, but if you look, get up here. If you look at Bookmap overall, yeah. I mean, you would lean just looking at this Bookmap. You lean to the downside.
Yeah,
but it's not really telling you much, to be honest with you. Yeah, there's a pretty big move there. We'll
approaching
see.
the orb low. The orb low. You're at had a little bounce right off of it.
Yep, you just can't get a move really either way. I mean, I still like our shorts here, but where do we get? You know, if you're looking at the longer time frame, right? We're talking about you made a higher high, then you came back and made a lower low here, right? Or we making a higher low on this one, and then continue to grind back up. That is the game we got to figure out. CBD's holding there 6,400, so I give it credit. CBD, when it gets there, is holding. It's not like it's got a lot of move. Even on the moves up, it's kind of holding steady or going in the short direction. So CBD, like I said, when I was talking a minute ago, you can look at flow, you can look at CBD, and they could be saying the same thing, and we still get the opposite move out of it. So,
right. That was
we're not getting this break of the 8. You called that 8 earlier, and that 8's an important level. Obviously, we're not getting that breakdown below it. So we're getting the break, we're just not getting the hold below it.
Yeah, those wicks keep rising too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give it another VWAP test. No.
That was a Swift move. CVD negative 7,000.
I'll flip over to mine. You're seeing buying in Tesla.
Wow.
That
yes, you
recovery. And I don't that looks like news. That that just yeah. Okay. We're seeing buying not really showing up anywhere else to that degree. There's Google.
I guess China did a stimulus package.
Oh yeah.
I'm seeing over here China stimulus offers shot in the arm for global firms amid consumption capital boost.
Yeah. My Neo, what I sold last week, is up 10% right now.
Don't look back. Never look back.
Don't look back, except on a chart.
Yeah, except on the chart. Don't look back at what you had and what you should have had. That's the one to get you. That's how you create FOMO for sure, right there.
Yeah, and as much as I'm in and out of stuff, it's easy to pinpoint the mistakes and ignore the ones that you got right.
Yep. Ugh.
Well,
it's really getting just annoying. I'm thinking about just cutting everything just because I don't like it. I don't like the moves. Don't like to wait. Don't like to play.
kind of debating the same thing.
Not happy in general. I mean, we're bound to get a break one way or the other, right? We've got to here shortly. This could be the break to the upside. CVD is suggesting that is not the case, though.
How much time? We got 2 minutes left on this candle.
Mm-hmm. The bad thing is, this thing could go stop me out, and 58.80 might be the max it could possibly get here. We got, well, they moved a few. You had 500 something orders sitting there. Now it's 350 orders sitting there. You got 350 sitting at 858.70. Make it to make sense. Make it make sense here to me. All right, we got stopped out of the.
Yeah, let you move above VWAP. Let's see if you get a break. Does this candle hold? Minute left.
And this is, look, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. This was where you're technically, if you are playing a candle by candle, this is where you would actually, if it doesn't hit your stop, you would actually reverse your trade.
Yep.
This is crazy. CVD is negative 6,100 still. I don't understand this. Negative 62 and building, just so you know. Right back below
seconds
left. Right below the
a MACD potential cross up on the so you did get a VWAP close above.
You did. CVD's popping back, negative 67. It's almost comical at this point, isn't it? But there was your. I mean, technically, we should have swapped it to a candle by candle theory here.
I think you're Your orb high retest here, it's 58, 80, 75.
CBD, even on that pop, CBD went to negative 67, negative 6,800.
And to add to your mystery, NVIDIA went red.
Make it make sense.
Here, I'm going to flip over to Tide. You saw some separation on Tide. I wasn't even paying attention to it. You're about to get a cross on holdings too. So I think you're going to get that long all the way up to the orb high.
Then the candle by candle was the play there too, wasn't it? I said a reversal. I didn't do the reversal. Came all the way back to 73. There's your 4 points. All right, I got it.
Top of the, yep. You're at the top of the Bollinger Band. You've got your cross on your MACD. So technically, if you're in a short, you're not in a good position. You actually should have looked to go long, like you said, on this candle by candle. If you're playing that, you actually had the break of the VWAP, a retest, and now a pop off of it. And we have the orb high right above us at 58, 80, 75. Good. Good job. Wait for the zone. You had gone long earlier. Did good. Congrats. Enjoy your day. Here we go. We've got Mag 7 still holding green. So as we approach this orb high, we shall see what it does. No problem. Wait for the zone. No problem. Flip over. Got puts now falling below the zero premium line. Call volumes rising. I'm going to refresh this to see where your net premiums are. What is interesting here is you see your net premiums. You don't have that big name at the top with a large number on the positive side. So on the flip side, you actually have NVIDIA with negative premium, SPY with negative premium, Microsoft with negative premium, Meta with negative premium. So you're getting basically insurance plays added in, which makes sense given the nature of the earnings and the data that we're having. So you've got your put, which is probably explaining this chart to start, is all the insurance getting bought up and the lack of bets to the upside. Now you're starting to see it. Okay, everybody may have their insurance bets in. So your DGens or wherever you may be looking to do more longer plays. Just some quick analysis of that, in my opinion. And it's probably why you got so much chop here. They didn't know if the move was actually legit, but they were getting, I'd like to see, judging by those premiums, you probably did just get those insurance put in the start of the week. But again, you kind of look left, you kind of zoom out. It's just chopped. I mean, it's in a range, and it's actually in that kind of orb range. So there's not really much of a breakout. You've got ebbs and flows, basically, is all we're really seeing. I say it gets me sometimes where I'm surfing on the wrong waves. Like I'll go, we broke down, I'm going to go short. Then I get stopped out. We're going long, we're breaking out. And then it comes back down. So it's identifying those waves and playing them properly. It's the name of the game. Kind of look at this value sector. Wow. Shout out to Led with Iron. Very nice. Up 13%. BTDR up 10%. BTBT up 7%. LEU up 7%. Nuclear and Value AI moving and grooving. Calls are rising. Puts are battling that zero premium line, but you're not getting a breakout just yet above the orb high. We haven't quite tested it yet, but looks like there's some selling pressure at about that 58.80 range. So let's zoom back in. See, your MACD did have that curl up, so we'll see if we have continuation. You got room on the RSI. You're not overbought by any stretch. On the 5-minute. Yeah, keep an eye in Q. In Q just now testing VWAP. So this could be your catalyst to push ES to new highs, as if NQ can break this VWAP. So let's stay on this chart for a moment as we take a look. And I believe we just got data as well.
Hello, everybody. I'm back.
Hello. So NQ, interestingly enough, is rejecting VWAP here, or testing VWAP.
Have you glanced over at CBD, that big pop? We're at negative 5,900 still.
I did not. But look at that.
Well, okay. I see why.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, well.
I was marveling a bit at the value plays here. 14% on iron, 10% on BTDR, 16% on SMR, nuclear and value AI are moving. So you're seeing kind of rotation in the smaller guys. I don't really say if you can say rotation because all of Mag 7's green. Your market tide. Here's what was interesting while you're away. Look at your net premiums on with Micro Tragedy being the top, 15 million. DJT second at 10 million. Here's your negative premiums: SPY, Nvidia, Meta, Microsoft. Oh. So I was saying, it looks like you're getting insurance actually getting bought, which kind of explains why this was kind of chopping up here so much. So this is an interesting look. These are bigger candles.
Yeah, you did make a higher low there. So the trends are broken all the time, but just keep that in mind. We did make a higher low.
Let's flip, yeah. Just about to retest all of these EMAs with NQ rejecting VWAP and testing 8 right now.
And ES actually testing VWAP. CBD's negative 7,000 now.
That's a candle. Wow, a minute left.
Hang on, wait. Give me 2 more seconds real quick. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
I've got
no worries. No worries. Could get a candle by candle here on an entry on ES short. Is risky a bit, even as big as this candle is, because that would mean we'd break back above VWAP. So I'm not sure if I will play this if it does pop back up, because again, it could just be a VWAP retest and off we go. But it does have that formation. We got about 20 seconds left on this candle. Keep an eye on it. Looking over to the watch list, Nvidia's red, and everything else is pretty comfortably green, Mag 7 wise. So you did get your bearish candle there, and so you could actually do a VWAP retest rejection here.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So that's kind of what I'm looking for here. So here's your VWAP test.
Did not feel.
Slight
Might
rejection.
still feel. There we go.
I'm in one ES short here at VWAP. It's a big candle though, so the stop's a little bit bigger than I'd like, but not too bad.
That gives you room to move, Roy.
Yeah.
Room to move.
Flipping over to Tide, you got calls kind of cooling a bit, puts rising, so they didn't break below the zero premium line, kind of flirted with it. And then you had almost a cross, and then we have our very funny, not so fast Lee Corso moment.
Not so fast.
So you've got movements down. It's going back over here. Still got NVIDIA, slight red. Everything else green. Looks like you got a little bit of a pop on VIX. But VIX is doing VIX things, just basically crushed. Not really much going on there. Give us that gap fill on this move. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I don't think we see that on this move, but we could see it trend down. I want to see this. Let's zoom out. You're not even on mine.
Get you on this. Yep.
So if you get this 58, 66, 50, you need to break here. You break here, it actually move this down. So if you break here, then we got to watch this level. It's only a couple points away from it. So you got pretty much a little zone right here. And it's got to break down below to move lower. Now, you're going to have that same little zone probably. Let's just make it easier to look at. You want to see it break that zone to the upside for a move up. And we'll see it break this zone down for a move down. Where you're at. Kind of. It's our chop zone there. What we're in, that's where we're at. There's definitely a chop zone. It's been since open. Haven't been able to do either way. Should have made money either way, but it's just been a little iffy on our side so far. I'm not upset with what we've done at all. Don't get me wrong. We've traded what we thought was right. We had our stops. We still have room to move. So that's the plus.
That's it. And that's the important part is you continue to do the trades that you're comfortable with and find the reasons why you're entering. And as long as that stays consistent, then you know you have a viable strategy or not. Some days it can work, some days it doesn't.
Yes,
back to retesting VWAP here. You're about 20 seconds left in this candle. It looks like you may get a close right at it.
Let me right up. Okay, maybe not. Yep, right above. Pop up. It's not good. Negative 7,800 is our CBD now. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Very well could get back up to. Still got those orders sitting at 58.80 and 58.70. There's your chop zone, pretty much. We are getting 940, so we are getting on the back end of the stream. Roy, you want to? We still got one. You got one more pick tonight, right? You lost your.
I got
lost your
the
college
over in
pick.
tonight. Yeah, I got the over in tonight's Monday Night Football game, a barn burner between the Giants and the Steelers. It's about, I think the over under is about 36 points. It was just too low to.
It's gonna be a 7-3 game.
Yeah. It is National Tight End Week or Day or whatever that was yesterday, and everybody.
That was yesterday. Cal Pitts went crazy for me in the fantasy league.
I saw a guy did a $10 parlay and he just picked tight ends to score touchdowns on $180,000.
What did it was Keon Trades? You see what he did? He had I forget, it was pretty much something similar. It was anytime touchdowns, and I can't remember if it was all tight ends or whatever. And he cashed out for $6,000.
Wow.
That's $100 bet. He cashed out. He took the early cash out for $6,000. Mm-hmm. He said the early cash out got up to 20. I want to say 29,000 after he cashed out for $6,000.
Wow.
And I'm gonna be honest. I think the bet actually ended up hitting where he would have made 100,000. So. Yeah. But he took 6,000 and was trying to convince everybody he was happy he took 6,000.
I mean, 6,000 on a $100 bet. You can't get upset at that, but yeah, that one hurts.
You can get upset when you see it should have been 100,000.
Yes. Well, what'd you say? We say same thing, right? Can't look back.
Can't look back.
How are we feeling about this holding above VWAP?
Don't like it for short at all, so it's probably time to call it a day, to be honest with you. It's probably about time to call it a day here. I'm not loving it at all. I don't like the move. Yep, not. And we could get a tank down, but I'm just not liking this right now. CVD's holding negative 70, 7,600. Of course it is. We shall see.
Yeah, it tested the top Bollinger Band. It is above the 21 and VWAP, so you got a minute 30 left on this candle, but you need to have a nasty kind of move down.
I mean, we're not looking at a bullish candle here at all.
No.
But like you said, we still got a minute left in this candle. This candle could go from ugly to pretty to ugly again, and you're just getting so many wicks every side now. So you had your two indecision candles here in a row that showed that we were getting a reversal. This definitely should have been a long down here. If you're just looking at, if you're going by your candle play, right? You saw this here, gave you the same one, and then you get these wicks pop. You get these wicks pop. Now you get these wicks down. It is it's a guessing game, and right now I think it's 50-50 either way. 60 long, 40 short is what I'm going to lean to, that we finish. Continue to trend up, is in my mind, is 60% or so, and we actually come down and break these 40%. So there's your odds. You betting on those odds?
I think so. I'm going to hold off on. That was a good close of the candle. You're getting continuation on the next candle. You're back above the top Bollinger Band. I think you're going to get a retest of that top wicks, and you got a separation on tide here. So puts are falling, calls are rising. You got the cross on the
negative 7,400. So make it all make sense.
Yeah, I think this is one for the Bulls right now.
Looks like they have taken control. There's no doubt. So we are going to. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be done for the day. I've had a good day in some accounts, and then this account has not had a good day, and the personal account has not had the best day either. So we're still in the trade on it. Let's see how it plays out. No, we're gonna let this play. Whatever happens here happens.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting a little bit of a not so nice candle. Flip over to you, see where you're at.
We're gonna put it down. We might take some off beforehand, but if we actually do get a move down, only thing that worries me here's what gets me with the if you want to go long, CBD is holding too well just negative numbers. So that means there is pressure coming in. There are some people, whether they're actually selling or they're ready to sell, that could move this thing pretty daggum quick if they want to take it down. I think this is shorts playing games with you right here. To be honest with you.
Mhm.
Just looking at book map and stuff, that's just what I see. So I say that, and then we trend up the rest of the day. But you notice we're not getting a breakout. Here's your zone. We're in our zone. We're chopping in the middle of it. Honestly, there's no reason. We took the candle by candle long. Did we take it short there? What do we? Yeah, took it candle by candle short. I ain't got to move. We're gonna let it play out. If it stops us out, it stops us out. We'll get close on this one. We've got two more combines we hadn't touched. This is why we're not copy trading these the rest of the way through. We got two more ready to go. So if this plays out, we're a genius. If it doesn't, we're an idiot. Well, this will be all I play today. I will not be playing anything else after this.
Yeah, and to be honest, guys, guys have seen the start of the. You may not get explosive moves one way or the other. You may just continue to chop around with all the data and stuff. I mean, there's not a lot of reason to make explosive moves. I think the story here for me is we gapped up and we're holding that. So can we go down and retest and refill the gap? Maybe. I mean, maybe that happens not today. Maybe that happens maybe it has to happen on an earnings report. So
Yeah, your Dallas Fed index came out too, 18 minutes ago, and it was actually so it came out of -3. Forecast was -9.4, previously -9. So you got a big. I guess is that a beat?
yeah, that's a better
Yeah.
than expected.
And then it sold off, and then there was 9:30 pop right back on that news. So that's kind of why we got it. Do we hold this now? That kind of tells you maybe they were trying to push it down. Then that news came and gave some bulls some hope. But other than that, Howie says it's not too exciting, but another good lesson. Risk management more important. Show how you lose and how you win. Well, you're getting to see how we lose today. But this is the game we play. It is what it is. We still ain't got stopped out of this move, even though we probably should stop out of it. Let it hit its target one way or the other. And kind of go from there.
Flipping over, you're seeing the puts now kind of trending down. Call volume still rising. Calls kind of flattening on the premium. You've got now holdings. Both are below the zero line, but puts are falling pretty quickly with call volumes now taking over. And then on the chart, you're seeing this green 8 EMA ribbon kind of forming. So let's see if it is a fake out or not, but you could get a bounce here about 58.75.75 is the middle of that ribbon, or a bounce at VWAP 58.74.25. Or CVD could finally play out and you get a thunder right through it. Or
there's always an or.
I think the thing today is all Ag 7 is green except NVIDIA, which is basically flat. And I mean, you've got Tesla now up 1%. Could have a topping candle there.
Take it you got some people cutting grass that you watch.
Yeah, I do. So they are doing a good job.
Since they're going to be so rude and cut grass in the middle of our live stream,
I don't know.
I think this is actually a decent time to call it for the day. What do you think, Roy?
Let's do it.
Not the best day. Like I said, I'm green on the ones that count. That's always a good thing. The ones I'm getting paid from, I'm green on. So we're going to let this one play out. Like I said, we're not taking another trade on the other side. We got 2 more that we're not touching yet. Goal is to get all 3 passes in this week. Maybe the goal should be more to get 2 passes. We screw this one up today, but we're going to let it play out. Like I said, still hadn't hit our stop, so that's where we're at. We're going to be patient. Actually, I'm just going to leave it where we're at, and I'm going to walk away for a while. So if we get some kind of crazy move here or there, it is what it is. We live to fight another day. Nice pop here. Very nice pop here. If you are on the long side, we're not. So
I'm going to ask him, what are you having for lunch?
Critical leftovers. I've actually got some pizza in there. I made a nice pot roast with potatoes and corn and carrots yesterday. It was really delicious in the crock pot.
Lovely. Did you have any chicken tenders left over from the tailgate?
We did, but they were cooked a little long, and I didn't bring them home. I brought them home, but they went straight to the garbage when they came home. I went, you know what?
How are I know we're about to head off. How are the Oklahoma fans?
Extremely, some of the nicest fans I've ever met in my life. Very nice people. We had a lot stopped by the tent. They were really appreciative of everything. We're amazed that the Grove was yesterday. I don't know if anybody, actually, the Grove is known for its tailgating, right? Ole Miss is, and the Grove was like something I'd never seen before. It was so many people and just everybody having a blast. And luckily, Ole Miss won the game, so the party continued after, and they were really pleasantly surprised. And a lot of them were like, "We heard about it. Said words cannot do justice what we saw today." Like, well, there you go. So
yeah, when they came to Tallahassee and played Florida State, I had gone to that game, and the fans were so nice. They were just like really
super
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing is like, hey, thank y'all, go to hell, Texas. Horns down. That's all you heard. And that was it. Okay. I get it. I get it. But no, the fans we met were super nice. I mean, didn't hear any trash talking, no fights, nothing crazy. Just very cordial, happy to be there. You know, Oklahoma's had a bad year, and
yeah, you
took a town that is made for 10,000 people. You got 25,000 regular people that live here. It swells to about 50,000 when school's in session. And they estimated around 300,000 people were in town Saturday. Oof. So you can imagine the game kickoff was at 11 Central. We got up there a little after 6, and it took us almost an hour to get to our spot to drop our stuff off.
Wow.
Yeah, it was that. I've never seen it that busy that early.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma, when I said they brought fans, if there was 300,000 people, Oklahoma had 170,000, I believe.
Wow.
But you look in the stadium, they only had their one little section. Ole Miss fans actually did good by not selling their tickets to all the Oklahoma people. So saw one guy.
Good
Like, I
deal.
thought it was going to be a 50-50 crowd. Like, you've never been to a football game here, buddy. It's never a 50-50. You'll never see a 50-50 crowd. But you have a few people that sell their tickets, and I thought about it. If you can get $2,000 per ticket, that your tickets cost you $2,000 for the year, one weekend. You've made your money back on them. So getting a drop.
Whoa. All right.
Yeah, bounce right off of it too. Look at it. And CBD is negative 8,000. This is what's killing me, man. CBD is not. It's not suggesting that we should be getting any pops. So kind of lets me know if we do get a drop, it could be very drastic and very fast. So just be careful.
Slightest down tick on.
And we're popping.
Yeah,
let's call it before I get this trade, and then it goes my opposite way, and I end up cussing on air. I don't want to cuss on air.
Yeah, let's not do that. Thank you, guys. Always a pleasure.
Thank you all for showing up. 500. We want 500. We're almost to 400. Yeah. Let's get us there.
We appreciate it. We'll be streaming tomorrow.
See you guys.
No, I was gonna say, salutations.